Hi, I'm Robert Greaves, and this is The Point. This week we're with Dr. Yingying Liu, the founder and head of Lume Voce, which seeks to inspire people to love and protect endangered wildlife through the power of music. Her father, Liu Che, was a very famous composer in China, and she's a graduate of the distinguished Eastman School of Music in the United States. Yingying, thank you very much for being with us today.
Oh, it's a great pleasure with you, Robert.
Let me start off. What's next for Lume Voce, and what are you doing this fall?
How much time do you have?
We have a couple of minutes. Go ahead.
We are doing a lot. First of all, we continue to produce the wildlife music video that we have been producing. We are continue to make the wildlife stories that we have been producing. Then with all of these, we are now not only that we're been working with educational foundations, we also have a very exciting, hopefully, potentially we'll know very soon, that a sizable collaboration with a very important organization here in Hong Kong to really bring these innovative products about wildlife and bring these awareness to children in schools in Hong Kong. And we also have a wonderful, exciting event coming up in October as well.
Oh, great. Yeah. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Oh, well, we have invited other musicians, and this is my vision, not only myself, but involving other musicians to come and to share their talent with the people.
So let's talk about that philosophy. Why music, and how does that help endangered wildlife?
Yeah, I get asked that question a lot. Music really, it engages not only the mind, but also the heart. I think that's what its unique property of music. So when music is played, actually science had already shown, neural imaging had shown, when music is played, that our abstract center, our emotional center, our logical center, all of these, the spatial center in our brain are all light up. So music has the power to really engage deeply with people's emotions for any kind of change. And I don't think people often knowing something does not make them change. So knowing is not enough. We have to really care about something. In order to really care about something, we really have to engage with the emotions. So that's why I chose music and stories to help us to engage with people so that we can really care about the state of wildlife, care about the state of climate, so that we can then taking actions to protect.
Great. So let's talk about the scope of the problem. Tell me about the endangerment of wildlife. How big is it? How serious is it? What is going on right now?
Well, in the last 100 years, we've killed 97% of elephants. In the last 45 years, we've lost 60% of global wildlife. Scientists say that we are facing the extinction of 1 million species of plants and animals in the next 10 years. How catastrophic? This could potentially collapse the entire ecosystem. 1 million species it's 1/8 of the species that are known to us.
That's very serious. Right as we talk today, the Amazon and the Congo river basins are burning. How did this happen, and what can we do? What can any of us do about it?
Yeah. Well, natural fires occur in the dry season in the Amazon rainforest, but majority of these fires are not started naturally. They're started because companies and people are clearing the rainforest, burning it to clearing for cattle ranching. This is a direct result of the current Brazilian environmental policy, really. The president is basically slashing all the environmental protections in order to develop mining, ranching, farming, and that's the result. And the reason it's very catastrophic. It is because the importance of Amazon, not just to Brazil, not just to the South America, but for the planet, is because Amazon actually, first of all, it harbors 1/10 of the planet's species, plant and animal species. That's incredible.
That is incredible.
But not only that, it is critically important for oxygen production on the planet, for carbon balance, and for our water cycle. So imagine a drop of rain. It started from the Amazon as a precipitation, and it travels the world to give many people the rain that we need for our food, for the rain, for the rainforest, for everything that we need.
So are we making ourselves extinct?
If we continue this path, yes, most definitely, according to scientists. We are actually aggravating and accelerating climate change. In fact, we're in a climate crisis at this moment, and a species extinction crisis.
So what can individuals do? People who are watching this video, you and me, what can we do as individuals?
Oh, there's a lot we can do. First, probably the single most thing that each person can do is absolutely reduce meat consumption. Because burning in the Amazon, it's actually clearing for cattle ranching, so that raising beef, every time I go to China and I see all of these Brazilian barbecue places, if you are eating Brazilian barbecue, you are basically you're contributing, you're setting fire in the Amazon, literally. That's how we can really, each of us can reduce our consumption of meat. It's the largest single contribution to climate change.
So can you tell me a little bit about China's role and Hong Kong's role in illicit consumption of ivory, bone, and other animal products?
Yeah. Well, Chinese government, especially President Xi, has done a lot in the last few years, shutting down the ivory market. And that had really been very positively received by the international conservation community. I think Hong Kong can do more. Hong Kong is a major hub for illegal wildlife trade. How big is the market? Well, between 2013 and 2017, it's more than 560 million in trade. And I think Hong Kong government has done some seizures. There were reported about 379 seizures during the same period. However, only 1% of these seizures are prosecuted. That means a lot had not been done.
So it seems to me that in addition to policing, we need education. And I'm assuming that's where lume voce comes in. Lume, this is a Latin phrase meaning lume for light and voce for voice. Can you explain that a little more to us?
Absolutely. We're basically shedding light in how, because many people don't know the situation. We're in a crisis situation, both in terms of species extinction and climate crisis. And we need to educate. You're right. That's why our main focus at Lume Voce is education.
And you go into the classrooms, don't you?
I do. We work with our educational partners. We've been working with Chatteris Educational Foundation. We also been working with Teach for Hong Kong. In fact, I just got this wonderful note from Teach for Hong Kong asking us if we could visit 9 schools this year. We are going into schools, and we are directly talking to students about what can we do to actually help their future, really, that we're protecting. We're giving a voice to the wildlife and to help people to understand. The reason for Lume is shedding light, because we need to let people know what's going on. Many people are in the dark. There's many things. You were asking me, what can we do individually? Well, we can do a lot. When I go on to, I'm a vegan now. When I go out to eat, it's very difficult to find a vegan dish. Even though more and more now restaurants are starting to offer Beyond Burger, Impossible Burger dishes, but on their average, if you go out to the street, almost every single dish has some kind of animals in it. It's either chicken, either a pig, a cow, some kind of seafood.
What do you think about other innovative ways to help the environment, such as Ecosia, that does search engine generation of revenue to help reforest? What do you think about those sorts of initiatives?
I think it's fantastic because every time that you have a new technology, new innovation about a different way of generating funding, generating awareness for climate and for wildlife, I applaud those. And in fact, I just read that there's a new technology using drones. Now you can plant massive planting of forests using precision planting. They shoot the seed down into the specific depth that the seed will grow. And they can do that like some amazing numbers, like within an hour or a day, I forgot, but you can plant 100,000 trees. So those kind of innovation is very much welcome. In fact, if you think about Lume Voce, is also we are very innovative. When we produce our wildlife music videos, we actually take well-known classical melodies with pure vocalization and combined with actually the particular geographic instruments. Like if we featuring Amazon, as in Breath of Life, we incorporate South American instruments. But one unique feature is we also incorporate the sounds from Amazon. That means the sounds of jaguar, sounds of birds, various birds and animal sounds, and the sounds Amazon produces. And that's why Breath of Life featuring Amazon is very unique and it's innovative. And in fact, people often ask me, so what is it? You have this music video. Well, it's both a prayer and it is a demonstration of how beautiful and magnificent Amazon is. And also a call to action to understand the situation and call people to really take personal action to join the fight against climate change.
Now, you've really summed up the situation, the problem, beautifully. The name of this program is The Point, and we try to leave our viewers with one point. If there's one point about Lume Voce and your work that you would like to leave with people today, what would it be?
Get on the positive boat of change through music, through stories, through education, because we need to engage everyone possible, but especially the next generation, because they are the future of the planet, and we need to educate them into responsible stewards for the communities that live in and to be the global citizen and to really look after the future. But our generation cannot get off so easily. We need to do a lot more to make sure that future generations actually have a future.
Thank you, Yingying Liu, for being with us this week.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure, Robert.
Thank you. And that's The Point for this week. Please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and follow Lume Voce on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and you can follow their videos on YouTube. We'll see you next time. Thank you.